Hello everyone, I'm Gefepido here with Secret Plants Refertilized Part 2. Now, let's see here. I'm gonna need to figure out how the changing the target's attack square actually works. Whether it I think I've mentioned this before, because I'm not entirely certain whether it's random or selected, although if you could select which way they attack, I should think it would have been more than one core for the upgrade, given everything else, but won't know until I try it, because test mode units are not attacking. So, let's see. This looks delightful. This could be worse, blast Scion aside. I'm actually leaning towards doing Nautilus now, just to get the Shell Scion and Abomination out of the way, while the rest of the Vec lineup is relatively not too bad. Mosquito should be doable with, Puffer, and now that I can turn the smoke into massive fire blasts. Because as I recall, well, yeah. Puffer's got thick skin and Chomper's got technician, so fire wouldn't be so bad. Basically, I need to burn everything. Incinerate 2 Vec and kill 7 enemies. Lovely. Okay. And, also lovely. I don't really like how the blast charges appear to be kind of blocking off half the map. Notably the, thing I need to be defending. But I do have the puffer, I guess. This is going to end in disaster. Let's see what happens. Should I just be starting adjacent to everything here? Yeah, the first turn is gonna... I probably shouldn't have picked this map at all, simply because the first turn is gonna be a catastrophe. But... yeah, if anything, I want the Killy over there so I can abuse the smoke somehow. No, I probably should put the Killy there so I can hopefully bait the crab into doing something stupid. At least this guy can't reach anything. But these two are going to be a problem. I may fail the mission before it started. Let's find out. Yep. Oh, good. I had almost... okay, so I can smoke this guy, and I don't care about this guy. I may not have a good option for that guy. Now, if I do stuff like this... oh, I don't burn the building? For some reason, I thought I couldn't spit through buildings without burning... but of course, I can't stand there. Really need that range upgrade. And Chomper can't do shit from here. Oh, well. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, going here is pretty much the only option there. Alright. And I guess this tile will be on fire anyway, so... If I break the charge, does it explode, or is that only if it... Or does it only explode when it self-destructs? Because if it's... Because if breaking it doesn't self-destruct, then I may as well break it so I'm not so far from the action, being unable to do anything else anyway. I may as well see what happens if this destroy... Okay, that was... Alright. Well, sucks to be me, I guess, but... I earned that by foolishly picking this mission at all. Come on, 15%. You know you want to. Alright. I feel that there are an unreasonable number of Vec here, but let me think. Okay, so there's too many dudes for my comfort. I am gonna need to get clever here, since I don't think I can... There's 4 problems, and I don't think I can double solve in any obvious way. So what can I do that isn't... Yeah, I can't reach that guy with anyone who can move him out of here. So, what can I do? Now, can I do something? Let me think here. Okay, setting that guy on fire doesn't do anything to solve the problem, amusing as it is. Seriously tempted to see if I can make this guy attack the Scion. I don't know... Yeah, if there's anyone I have to let slide, it's this guy. So... Most likely... Except this guy I can't really reach with anyone except the Chomper, who couldn't do anything except awkwardly push him aside anyway. I could, I guess, just smoke the mosquito, have Chili push this guy into the pit, and then have the Chomper try to redirect this guy's attack. I need to figure out... But... Now, hang on. Can I do anything with smoke? That's... Where can I put smoke, and what good would it do me? I mean, if there was smoke here, then fire like this would push out that way, but that doesn't help because then I'm too far away to be pushing this guy. Yeah, I don't think the smoke thing's gonna help me right now. Alright. First I need to make sure I understand how the chompers thing works, and... Oh, I do choose! That's fancy. Now, with that in mind, since this is only one anyway, would I be better served making this guy hit that guy? Except then the puffer's not doing anything except maybe setting off the blast charge. But wow, do I want that Scion dead. Ugh. Yeah, there's no good answer. Which bad answer am I most comfortable with? That's not helpful, but it's amusing. Yeah, whatever. I can't go sacrificing grid early just to... What do I even care anymore? Come on, 15%. Oh, okay. I've had way better luck than I deserve to this map. Okay, this actually is pretty fortunate, but... So, let's see here. This guy's a problem. I guess that guy might be the only actual problem right now. I should push this guy away. Probably from here. The chomper could just pull the bouncer into the smoke and let him be killed. Probably makes the most sense. And have the puffer get here and smoke this dude. Yep. Alright, so... Honestly, it's almost tempting to break this tile and just let the bouncer roll into the chasm, but I probably have more important things to do here. I could just have the chili set this guy on fire so he burns... No, wait, he won't burn all the way to... No, he will if I do... No, can't go there. Smoke doesn't... Oh, right, I could... Except he won't do the 1 damage, because it's not in the main attack. Anyway, this bouncer's a non-issue. 2 problems need solving, and I believe only the chomper. Oh, I could smoke this guy. Let's see, is there anything clever I can do here? Wait, what's the attack order? Okay. Yeah, okay, Chomper pretty much just needs to, Okay, 4 shoots first, so I guess... Well, doesn't matter, does it? Setting this guy on fire accomplishes nothing. But... I guess I may as well. Alright, what do we got in terms of stuff to spend 1 core on? Probably a move. You simply can't go wrong with more movement. Ever. Chili or Chomper? I mean, Chomper's probably my most crucial unit now that, you know, he's the redirector and the puller and all that. Of course, he also has better range, so arguably Chili needs the movement more. Anyway, I do need to do this one way or another. I don't strictly need to do this map, but it's probably better than some of the alternatives. Whatever, let's do this first. Well, might be better off putting him there and him there, since Puffer's not blocked by anything, so this is... Well... Closer to the center is all for the better. Maybe I should have put the Puffer near the top so he could hit both egg sacs, but, you know, realistically he was never going to be able to get them both on turn 1 anyway. Is what I say, and yet, okay. I could do this here and burn that, but first, problem solving. There's 2 actual problems. That's very nice. Now, let's see, I could... Okay, I don't really want to break this chasm if I can help... break that into a chasm if I can help it, because... Now, I could just have the Chili push this guy down, leaving him on fire and not having a good time. Well, I could have them team up and just kill this dude, but... I could also, you know, have the... Well, do I really want to crack this? I guess... Gotta break things sometime. Yeah, I mean, I could just go here, smoke this guy, and then have the Chili, you know, do this. And at least get the spawn burning. And then turn this guy wherever. I don't know, this... Honestly, putting this guy on fire at 2 health, you know, deals with him quickly enough. And then I can have the Puffer get started on the eggs and damaging that guy. needs doing. Just, Okay, so that is how the burrower thing works for player units. I hadn't been sure if it really... whatever. Alright, so, let's see. Now, this guy no longer matters, he's dead. This guy only matters if I let him. Now, for the chili... Oh, right, I can do this. He won't be on fire, but the smoke means he won't do shit. And the puffer could just finish this guy off. And then the chomper can... I don't really want to break this tile if I can avoid it. Really don't. I guess I could just hit this guy or something. Or this guy, or... Hang on, if I pull this dude, does he... Okay, so the damage takes place on his new target? On the new tile? Because then I don't need to do that. Then it's okay to... Hell, I could just pull him here, make him kill this guy for me. After letting him take a hit. Let's make sure this works how I think it works. That's good. That's just how I like it. And then... Okay, Puffer's got thick skin, so... Or should I just repair? I feel like maybe I should. Okay, this is a bit of an issue. Now, alright, if the chomper grabs this guy, he dies, so... Which, you know, in principle isn't bad, but... Chili's... Actually, the chili could do that guy just fine from here. And then that would allow the chomper to grab this dude and point him somewhere else. And, I don't know, or the puffer could smoke this dude while chomper does the scion. Preferably first. Alright. See, this is going so much better than the last map. Alright, so if I pull this crab here, then the mosquito can fuck him up. Or... Actually, if I pull the mosquito here, then... Well, no. Because I'd like to Just... Anyway. So that's one problem, two problem, three problems that I need to deal with. Now, actually, I could just do like this. I had almost forgotten I had that capacity. But then what the hell's the chomper actually doing? I guess can grab this guy. Can chomp the mosquito. And Puffer can go up there. Or... I guess if I'm... yeah... Whatever, if I want to get kills, I do need to. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Hang on. Is that everything undone? Mm-hmm. Alright, so what do we got here? Oh, the mine carts. Yeah. Those. Probably gonna end up doing the mine carts, honestly. Heaven help me. Okay, so there's no Webers, so as long as I have ways to move, it's probably okay to start here. Puffer can go anywhere it needs to, so whatever. I would like the undead as fast as possible. Honestly, the boss is gonna really fuck me over in this island. If island is even the correct word for Nautilus, I mean, it's completely underground. Okay. I don't know what I expected. Anyway, I guess could just have the chomper get here and kill the scion now. Then Puffer could hit them both and have the... Yeah, one step at a time. Yeah, could just hit them both and then... With this thing's attack cancelled, set it on fire. And yeah, since the Puffer has thick skin, setting it on fire for no damage doesn't matter anyway. So, putting fire everywhere is optimal. And if I can get the minecarts done early, then what minecarts remain are simply ammunition. Well, that's obnoxious. Alright, sadly, For a second I was really tempted to pull this crab onto a spawn tile, but it would just get hit by the minecart anyway. Therefore, there is no value in this. Now, hypothetically, I could just go smoke this mosquito, and then have the killie, push the crab up a side and then just kill the firefly. That's more spawns that I'm comfortable with, but I don't know how much of that I can do anything about at this time. I guess if I go here and no, then the crab's on the minecart tile, which, yeah, pointless to try and do anything about that at this time. Now I could smoke the mosquito, then burn and push the firefly out of the way, and then, I don't know, get over here and drag the crab further off. Or, excuse me. Is there anywhere more? Yeah, if only I could push the crab while turning its direction. Oh well. Actually, I could have the chili go do this one. Then have Puffer smoke the crab and burn. Just grab this guy and burn him where he is, so the last point of fire damage will deal with him. Because setting this guy on fire would be convenient. Get him started dying. Actually, I could even block the spawn now. But slightly reluctant to put the Puffer so far away. Alright, there we are. Now I can just leave the Vec on the mine tracks. Alright, so let's see. This guy, non-issue. This guy, non-issue. Aside from being a pretty weak thing to spin the minecart on. This guy is technically a problem, I guess. This guy doesn't matter, except that he's in the way and makes it hard for the chili to do anything. That's very inconvenient. Oh, hey. If I pull the crab down here, I could, I think, point him to hit this guy. And then... yeah, and then not much. This mosquito sucks, but you know. Why can't I put Prospero in these cyborgs? Alright, there we go. And, oh, I guess I could have, hang on, where would 1, 2, 3, 4... yeah, I'm kind of tempted to have the Puffer kill the mosquito a bit early just so Chili can actually get closer to the center this turn. Weird as that is. Even though it doesn't do me a ton of good at this time. Alright, could just do... Wow, okay, this really is rather inconvenient. Nobody can quite get where they need. Well, I can always just have the puffer do this one and Chomper. Hell, could redirect point this guy straight up at this other one just for funsies. But except he'd die from the 2 damage, so you know, whatever. So really I should have Chili burn this loser while the Chomper drags this idiot into the fire. And I've really underused the capacity of the minecarts to kill Vec for me. Oh, I had almost forgotten there was a or the time pod. Anyway. So I guess I'm putting the other move upgrade. Wouldn't mind having more HP on the... what's it called? On the puffer, right, but... this one probably wouldn't be too bad, but... this one's probably doable as well, considering. Long as well... presuming I can get the Scion dealt with promptly. Or something. We'll see. Alright, so... I could just have the Chomper drag this guy into the death tile, as one does. Though this one's a bit inconvenient. I guess I can puffer him, though. Although, I could have the Chili do this one, and then kill this guy. Gets me more kills, which is probably for the better. You know. Mission objectives being what they are in this context. In retrospect, I would have preferred not to have a tile adjacent to the incinerator on fire, but I'll figure it out. Or I won't and I'll fail and look like a fool. Oh, I could go here, have the Chomper drag him here, and... no, or so he'll roll. Except this is a cracked tile, so he'll just fall into the chasm if I do that. Which is a shame, because that was almost perfect. Just point him that way and make him roll back. I'm inclined to do this. Get rid of that guy now. Then puffer smoke this guy or something. Actually, how far is this guy shooting? Because if I could get the... No, Chomper can't get down here. Alas. Though it is tempting to have the... to just push that guy down so he's on fire, and have the puffer do this guy. Either way, someone's gotta get on fire. But I don't need every spawn, I think. This is the best place for him to be, but then, it feels like a mistake to leave another tile adjacent to the incinerator inaccessible to the vac, is the problem. Alright, this is kind of bad. But bouncers push, except I can't put this guy anywhere he'd be helpful. So, this guy doesn't matter. Great. I guess if I push this crab, he's toast, but... Alright, I can push this crab and set him on fire. I could... I guess have the Chomper kill this guy. I don't think anyone else... It's him or the... okay, yeah, but... Yeah, this is a problem. I don't know if I can get enough kills in time. Undoubtedly due to mistakes, but still. If I do this... If I do this, this guy would at least take 2 damage and end up on the spawn tile. Then I could smoke this guy and... smoke this guy and kill this guy. That's not nothing. But would there then be enough enemies? 1, 2... oh, there's enough enemies on the field for enough kills. It's just a matter of getting the incinerations. So I do this, and yeah, this guy spawn blocks and dies. I smoke this guy and then kill this guy. Gets me through the turn. Now, if only the bouncer had slightly more health. Alright, this guy needs to... I guess if I let the bouncer do what he's doing, he'll fall into the incinerator. Is this really my life that I actually said that with a straight face? I suppose it is. Alright, so... easiest thing with this guy is the Chomper, of course. I guess if the Chomper just pulls the bouncer into the thing, then that's done. Then that should do it, right? Does a Vec dying on the incinerator count, even if they're not... oh, right, I remember someone telling me that a flying Vec dying on the incinerator would count, and... so I can just smoke this guy then, and, okay. Let's see if this works. If it... Okay, for a second I thought it wasn't working, but I guess it did. Yay me. Yay, was it Paradoxica who told me that would work? So, thank you. I had no business getting away with that one. Alright, the moment of truth, folks. I mean, I could hardly embarrass myself more than I did the first one, but, Alright, is there anything I can do bait-wise? Aside from, I guess, put some dudes in the lanes where there's not. Anyway. Optimally, I want to set the abomination on fire immediately. Oh, hey, that worked! I'm thinking to do this. Burn the abomination and... Oh, hey, can I... I can't quite get the... No, wait, I could pull the abomination into this guy's path. And here, for a second, I was like, oh, I can't pull this guy up here, but I can pull this guy here. And that's absolutely worth it. And then I can, I don't know, burn this... I can smoke this guy and set the spawns on fire, I guess. Or block one spawn and set the other on fire, you know, whatever. Because I don't really want more than... You see, it was a ruse. I actually do know how to play Into the Breach. Kinda. Okay, so could just pull the Alpha Firefly to shoot this bouncer. Although the bouncer is, you know, being kind enough to spawn block for me, so maybe I should just burn the Firefly and push him over here to kill that guy. And then... I guess. Okay, yeah. Burn, push this guy here so he kills that guy. Then I guess put the Chomper here to spawn block and wound this guy so the spawn kills him. And, might just smoke the tile over here, because why not? Alright, so... I'm inclined to just pull this guy down and make him aim down. Won't quite finish off this guy, but it doesn't really need to. And spawn block here. Everyone's doing fine on XP. I'm not really fussed at this point. One more dead Vic walking. Alright, where are we? Finisher? Oh, what exquisite timing, I guess. I mean, okay, this guy's already dead. This guy ain't hard to kill. This guy should probably just be pushed into the death. Actually, maybe I should have the puffer finish the firefly off, because he's behind on experience. And the others are getting in kills readily here. Well, that went so much more smoothly than the start of this island that we are not going to talk about. Help yourself to some trinkets and clear out. Honestly, I like this guy. Okay, so I can actually afford a fourth. Yeah, storm... Oh, nanofilter mending might actually be nice to have. I know I have ways to clear it with fire, but... it does mean I can just, you know, more readily afford to step on smoke. But I'm thinking I really want this damage and range upgrade. Or... I don't know, the puffer's upgrades are nice, but the puffer is pretty much always effective. Plus, I'm not sure how cleaving burst works. And that extra bit of range would be a lifesaver given, you know, there being no artillery. But I am buying nanofilter mending. So, let's grab that for now, but I'm putting the 3 in my damage and range first. Anyway, thank you for watching, and join me next time for part 3.